Be my friend, 'cause every time you be with me. Be my shepherd, please, for I am not here. Be my friend, 'cause only you have been with me. When I have this sorrow, no one to help, my Raji is there by me. I'm following you, sweet Maharaji, the true lover. Be my lover, Maharaji, forevermore. Be my lover, Maharaji, forevermore. I'm not of this world, I am a stranger. I come from elsewhere. Somebody who sometimes I fall, and sometimes I rise up. But Maharaji, every time and everywhere. Be my life, please. I'm a stranger in this world. Be my friend, 'cause every time you be with me. Be my shepherd, please, for I am from not here. Be my friend, 'cause only you have been with me. When I had it so wrong, no one to help, Maharaji, you stayed by me. I found in you, sweet Maharaji, the true lover. Be my lover, Maharaji, forevermore. Be my lover, Maharaji, forevermore. Forevermore. Be my life, please. I'm a stranger in this world. Be my friend, 'cause every time you be with me. Be my shepherd, please, for I am from not here. Be my friend, 'cause only you have been. When I had it so rough, no one
Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let's put the hand together for all creation. My marriage grace, my name is Service Premi Sidibe Iwat. Received divine knowledge of Sadhguru Maharaji on the 23rd day of April 1998 here in Sadhguru Maharaji's village. My marriage grace, I am a divine minister of Sadhguru Maharaji and also a research fellow by profession. My marriage grace, we are right now at the Hall of Grace of Sadhguru Maharaji, Maharaji's village, which is located at kilometer 10, Badon Express, Lagos Expressway, in opposite Kekere, in Loyal Government area of Oyo State. That's where Sadhguru Maharaji's village is located. In my marriage grace, we are together in one love right here at the Hall of Grace, with the Father of creation, the world teacher, the supreme teacher in creation. To dialogue with of all creation on the way forward in all human endeavor in politics, sociology, religion, spiritual, and all human endeavor. So the Father of all creation, the Father Sadhguru Maharaji will offer solutions through this interactive session. The time married immense the Maharaji's grace that has made it possible for us to be here this evening. As you can see, premises are all seated this evening with the Father of creation. So that the Father of creation, the Father of Maharaji, will answer questions and will offer solutions to us, Africa, Nigeria, and the world at large. My Maharaji's grace, before we proceed on this segment, we bring the Father of all creation, the supreme teacher, Father Sadhguru Maharaji, to bless the entire creation. Boleshiri Sadhguru Maharaji.
Blessings to everyone. Wherever it is, just like from the newspapers you are carrying, some people have been buried last week. Among them are commissioners, member of the Senate. Some they are facing trial for no fault of theirs. When I say for no fault, because they were given different stories about the creation, particularly and especially in this case. They were told that to receive freedom, total freedom, absolute freedom, man has to die. And so, ignorantly, they started just walking into one trap or the other. And some they tarried by the wayside. Some they killed them in their shops. There was this case of one person, one religious person came and washing his leg and hands in front of her shop. He said, "Oga, this is my shop. Why are you washing your hand and your leg here?" Say Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. That's why she got killed. It's no different from what has happened in Turkey. It's no different from what is happening in the north now. It's no different from what is going on in the south now. The only difference today is that we have known that the true name of the Creator is Maharaji. So now we are here talking about Maharaji. Truth, that's Maharaji. The grace to be consistently, constantly, a keystone to what? Recurrent love, peace, harmony. How far have we gone? What role have you played since receiving knowledge? Or you are a minister in Lagos, Ibadan, London, wherever, Frankfurt, Egypt. You want to tell me that you have not heard about the Sadhguru Maharaji in Nigeria? What have you done? What is it in your mind? What is your hope? What is your understanding? What do you derive from being in this world with an empty hand? Yeah. because it is said, if there's life, there's hope. If there's no life, there's no hope. Now that we know that marriage is life, today people are smiling the true smiles. People out of nothingness, out of just like, being alive. Just like empty pocket. Yes, no job, no wife, no husband, no brother. Oh, you see, with 2, 3, or 4 children, handsome husband, beautiful wife. Now they are able to go to work, go wherever they want to go, where they please in their hearts, in their mind. They are able to come home safe, secured, solid, sound. Oh yes, without fear. And that's what we are talking about here. That for those who have lost their lives, we can't blame them. And yet we can blame them, since the injunctions are there. Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, not kingdom of my intellectual power, intellectual excitement. Billions and billions and billions, only for one to die and leave it around. And so before us is somebody speaking now who says, look, we can change the trend of this situation from death to immortality, from hatred to love, from being a wanderer, a philanderer, a murderer, to a saint alive. Somebody who will care, who will protect, who will guide, and make sure that your day will blossom with ever increasing bliss, that will transform into what you call, boom in all businesses, in all areas of human India. Yes, that's why we are here. 48 hours to the presidential and other elections in this country. Yes, a country that's more or less the hope of the black race. So being traumatized by elemental forces coming from Europe and America to just destabilize it. For people to know that no, cannot go on. We are here to flush them out in whatever capacity they are. Because the whole principle of life that goes with the saying, what you sow you reap must become made to bear with us. So that's why we are here. So blessings and blessings.
Happy. The marriage grace, full of creation, has blessed the entire creation. We beg marriage grace to commence the interactive session properly. The rule of the game is you call your name. If you have a question to ask, full of creation will give the permission. But the Shri Saguri marriage, the floor is open now.
Bente or Bente? Bente.
Yes.
Okay.
Shri Saguri Dev Majid. By Maji's grace, I'm service permit Bente Akintola. I received Maji Divine Knowledge on the 24th December 2013. I'm a student. I'm 19 years old.
Are you a service premier or Ashram premier?
Maji, a service premier.
Okay. You just wanted to be clear.
Shri Saguri Maji. I have one question to ask Maji. Maji, we are all begging for divine government, and then I just want to ask Maji, what can we do? Not only premise, because it's going wide, and then if divine government comes, it's for everybody's benefit. The whole Nigerians are going to benefit from it, and then it's positive. It's something good. So what can we, and then we have just few hours to the election for us to make our decision, either right decision or a wrong decision that we're going to take us for years. So Maraji, we are begging now, what step can we take now? Because time is not by our side again. What step can Nigerians take for divine government to come in?
Time is on our side. I cannot believe it. Nobody would just believe it. It's based on analysis. Yes, observations, discussions, interviews. Yeah, that will let you say time is not on our side. The question you're asking now is a very, very good one, because it's coming at a time when within 48 hours there's going to be presidential, senatorial elections on. Now, the elections are meant to select or elect a president. The question now goes, what is the mode of, the kind of president are you looking for? You as a person, as an individual. We have about 9 or more presidential contenders. Who are you, feeling for? And most of these people, they're very good, but because lack of knowledge may have led them to tampering with funds, selling industries, budget padding, involving drug abuse, and you name it. Imagine a governor carrying money across the border only to be told that, oh boy, this is not the best way to carry money. Say, oh, I want to buy spoons, cutlery. Can't you use a letter of credit? Or say a minister, yes, once a minister, now a governor, now wants to go into the Senate. You can even just look into what happened to a deputy Senate president who carried somebody abroad for the reasons of using his kidney to take care of his own son. It was when it was discovered that he was arrested. Imagine the whole Minister of Petroleum being caught up with billions of naira, or even one. A first lady taken to court to explain how she got 200 billion. Now, where do we now go? Are they not Nigerians? Why are those feeble-minded? Why is it that, look, all this money they gathered or stole from the coffers of the government? They sold the Nigerian Airways, they sold the Ikoyi Hotel, they sold Delta Steel, even at Jaokuta. That would have been this bedrock of our scientific and economic engineering breakthrough. Are they not Nigerians? That's where we say, look, for a human being to be on the planet, working on the planet, he must be sound spiritually. Because the first injunction is, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first. Now, we in Africa, we're not given that option. They made us into robots, whereby they take our children, they take our mothers, they take our fathers, they take our gari, they take our iron, they take our gold, our crude, everything. Yes. And from what the anchorman said at the beginning, Yes. We have gone through so many upheavals in our transition to good governance. About 5 or 6 coup d'etat. Lives were lost. But have they learned our lessons? We went through Biafran War. Many died. There's one good man who said, on Abreu we stand. Everybody hated him. It was when he died, everybody said, oh, he was a good man. He was the best man. Why are we always praising the dead? Why not the living? So we have got to a point now where 30 years ago, in 1993, there was this same song that was going on. Even 83. Yeah. 83, everybody, they were begging. 93, elections took place against my advice. That instead of what, June 12th, it should be held on the 11th, on the 13th, or 17th. Because though that very day, June 12th, is a day the European forces are sitting down to determine the future of Nigeria. They didn't listen. What we saw next was announcement on the radio that there's going to be war. Everybody started packing up. And I came out saying no war. Yeah. That look, they should use the holy name Maharaji. What is causing the war is because there's scarcity, there's unemployment. We are robots. We are consumers. Our mouth is like express road. Even on the express road, it doesn't take all motors. But the human express road, where he has no thing about the Creator, she will become somebody that they just even push sand into his mouth. He will take it. And that was it. Changes came here and there. I believe we are all aware that that very 1993, we had 3 head of states. 3 in that year. At the end of the day, we lost all of them. Now we are going in now for the president. From what I've told you, maybe we are told not to read history. But then I don't need to be told about history. But because we don't have knowledge, our attention is on what we can eat, what we can drink, what we can wear. We have become robots. So we don't care about the events happening around us. Otherwise, you will have known what I'm saying and you will not have asked this question. Whom are we to vote? Who is going to be what kind of president? Yeah, you can see them. Almost about 9. Some are clamoring, they say the youth. Some are already in the social media. They have elected their president without looking at the moral aspect of it. How do you give government to somebody who is gay? Somebody who is saying that, look, don't vote for Igbo, don't vote for Hausa, only vote for Yoruba. Is he not a tribalist? Yes. He is, to the core. To the core. How do you say somebody, a president to be, being found wanting because one, he believes that religion holds sway. What is religion? Religion is an aberration. It's an opium for the masses, they say, because it talks about the super tiger that you cannot find in papers. It talks about the supreme God, creator, that you can never see until you die. So that has turned everybody upside down. So it's now left to you to analyze all of them, to see and ask, what was the modus operandi spiritually that was driving them? Yes, from being a House of Assembly man to be a member of the Senate, becoming the governor, and now vice president, or I want to be a president. Yes. The same religious fantasy, fantasizing reality in fantasy. Because otherwise, with what we have had, go back to the national anthem. He said, we might differ in tongue, but in brotherhood we stand. And the new one now saying, look, we should not allow all the struggles of our early leaders to go in vain. So, comes 2015. All Progressive Congress was formed. Because at that time, it was felt like, hey, the Southerner, President Goodluck Jonathan, has spent his time. It is now the time of a Northerner to come on. Yeah. That's why we waited for the man we call war against indiscipline of yesteryears. And has been there. This is just like we say, what? The final minutes of the second half of his tenure of 8 years. Yes. So is it time for what? The South to assume position as the head of this country. I would have expected you to say, Maraji. They say every 8 years, government goes to the North and South. Who is going to be the president from the South? You just left me there. He didn't come out. You should come out, man. So today, you can see everybody coming. Atiku from the North, Kwankwaso from the North, for no reason. So when you look at what is happening, nobody is talking. The doctors, the professors, the lawyers, you name it, all of them. Why? Because they are following the dead gods. They are making mistakes, so they are afraid to talk. That's the area they should challenge. Not challenge about Naira designing time of delivery or non-delivery, no money in town. That's the area they should challenge. That, hey, are you monopolizing the leadership of this country? So today, what I feel, the answer to give you is that there has to be a divine government. A divine government. Yeah. A divine government for the people, by the people, for the people. A divine government that will be led by no other person than Maharaji. Yes, and if today all the leaders agree they need divine knowledge, it will help them. Because let me make it clear here. Africa cannot make it in the name of Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, Ram. Those are papal gods. They can make it through the holy name Maharaj. So that's why we are advocating now for the leaders to look up to Maharaj. When they look up to Maharaji, even at 3 hours to the election, Atiku and Kwankwaso can come and say, hey, please, we are not here to divide Nigeria. We want Nigeria to be at peace. We have suffered so much. There are Nigerians over the world. We don't want to produce any bandits anymore. We don't want to produce Almajiris anymore. We don't want to produce Japa anymore. Japa, you know Japa? Somebody who has seen God, instead of going to tell people about God, he went to sell donuts. Are you there? He's a graduate. Huh? Now he travels to London to go and wash toilet, to go and wash dead bodies. Is that correct? No. Is that right? No. So my friend, divine government is the answer. Because today if you look at the leaders, all of them, they have tried. But there must be one of them that is very clear, who is gone beyond trial. I read it and I saw it and I found it, I begged for it and it happened. Among them is a governor who made Igbo man a commissioner in the state. Are you there? He made an Igbo man, Hausa man, among the members of what? The management board. I don't need to mention him, but all I'm saying is that here, we need somebody with knowledge. Blessings to you. Who's next? Mention your name now. Yes, Atunche.
Good day, my day. The mind grace of Masha for me. Atunche of Igbo received marriage divine knowledge on the 23rd day in the month of June 1997 at the number 18 Heya Street, Benin. I am 34 years old. Father Maradi on the Sun newspaper here with me on the February 6, 2023. The group 3 socio-cultural group from the Benue State. They are calling on the deposed Emir of Kano, Sanusi, to be placed on terrorist watch list. And this is a man everyone believes an elder statesman, and he has held envious position in the country. 3 socio-cultural group already from Benue State. They are consist of the TV and the 2 other group already.
Yeah.
So based on the killing in Nasarawa and Benue, so they are calling on the deposed Emir of Kano, Sanusi, to be placed on terrorist watch list.
Okay.
And from our point of view, everyone believes that the deposed Emir of Kano is an elder statesman and is someone everyone should trust. So what they see that they feel that should be placed on the terrorist watch list, marriage.
What did you read there?
What did they say? The killing, he said that the Benue state governor is responsible for the killings in the Benue and the Nasarawa state. So, and they are coming up to say that no, that his statement, by his position, is not supposed to make such statement, Father Maradi, and I should be placed on terrorist watch list, Maradi.
Oh, okay, because he's accusing the governor of Benue State for what he did not do. Is that what you are trying to say?
Yes, Maradi.
Look, louder a bit. You see, it's so sad that most of us, we have not been able to sit down for once to really ask for what we really need. Yeah. If we go by standards, it will not be difficult to know what is going on, what is happening, the killings here or there. Otherwise, how could this former central bank governor and also former Emir of Kano, right? Yes, be found wanting. I know in one of the same newspapers, Sun newspaper, in the religious page, one very good pastor, I've forgotten his name now, predicted that because the Emir of Kano then, right, lied and said so many things that he's one day going to do what? Kick out of that palace. And it did happen. And do they feel it? They don't care. Gradually, the black man is being pushed into to the point of believing that the world is a cosmic joke. Otherwise, an elderly person cannot talk like that. In the African culture, the nucleus culture. The nucleus, the deities are there, the oracles are there. But today, we are being asked to jettison the nucleus powers. So anybody can jump and talk and say whatever we want to say and get away with it. And that is what we are facing now. That today, there's a new group of people within us now, trying to make us to believe that what the Europeans are saying they are right. That this world just fell down and the animals started coming up, legs, trees coming up. No! This creation was created by somebody. person is always leaving. But because he's a guy in a black coat, that's why all these polemics are coming up. All these hypothetical doctrines of probabilities, imaginations. So whatever you are saying there, you have believed that the next government, yes, the APC government that will be coming on, or the divine government will come in, will put all these people out to explain their roles. Yes, don't forget, they say Boko Haram is part of the political developments in the north. But we don't believe in it. Why? Because once you take care of the children will take care of themselves when they grow old. Yeah, but now that there's nobody to care for them, you never can say or be able to separate who is a bandit or who is not a bandit. The moment somebody starts begging on the road, is a potential bandit, enemy of the people. So whatever they said here cannot be left like that. How can it be? And that somebody was accused of involving in a robbery, and he's left like that. Nobody talks. The Nigerian police are making laws. INEC are making laws. The ministries are making laws. But who is going to make sure that the laws are obeyed? That is what is missing now. The justice is being thrown into the wind. Few who are able to stand well to give the right judgment we want are always being given names as activists, freedom fighters. The truth must be told. So believe you me, I'm still looking forward to the day the president will say, okay, all these people who have entered Benue are now even giving names to the villages that they have occupied to just get off. I know that it's going to come up. I remember some few months ago that the Benue governor came here. All my feeling was that he's going to come to Maraji and say, Maraji, help us with what is going on Benue. Beautiful! It could have been done very easily. But you see, there's a saying in Yoruba, you'll be having problems. But if you don't ask, there's nothing I can do. Oh yes. Why? Because we are saying that there's power, there's grace, there's love. This sad situation can never be overcome with force of arms. Are you there? No. There are many ways of achieving victory without using a gun. My blessings. Yeah. Okay, here.
I am Ashraf from Yokoemi Akutu. I received Mahadi's divine knowledge on the 23rd of November 1993. I hail from Isoko North local government in Delta State. I'm a graduate of business education. I did my master's at the University of Lagos and I studied business education. Father Mahadi, I want to ask Mahadi this question. Based on what the Minister for State for Employment and Labor and Employment, he said something, which is that Nigerians are too hungry to be bothered about their religious faith come 2023 election. I want to ask Mahadi, based on the things happening now, is this statement correct?
Absolutely no. It's not correct. You cannot separate a being from his relationship with his creator. For a human being to exist, you must have a body. And then you have your mind. And then your soul. Now, until you know who and what your soul is, you are going to be driven by this mind. And this mind is the facts, information, or the programming that have been put into somebody. And say it's an architect, it's a lawyer, it's an accountant. The mind. And so over the years, when we grow up, you are going to be whipped if you don't go to church on Sunday. Because it is said that if you don't go to church, you are not going to be a complete somebody. They will beat hell out of you in the south here. In the north too, you have to go. Even in the north, they are still being told that religious education is even better than Western education. But there's no difference. And so when you grow up, we come to find out that all the good things that we felt will be happening in one's life when we grow up begin to disappear. Things starts to fall apart. Say, I've said what I've done what they say we should do. I've been praying, I've been fasting, I've been paying my tithe. Why is it that my child is dead? Why is that my head is broken and this and that? That tells you that religion is the farce. Are you there? Yes. And so, whether he says that it's not enough, but he needs to go beyond that. That is not the statement that should be credited to him. The statement that should be credited is that religion has failed the people of Black Africa. Yeah, as a nucleus race, we have been losing children, fathers and mothers since the beginning of creation. That is what they say, we were taken to slavery. Yes, they kill our mothers, they kill our fathers. They sent them to sugarcane farms here and there and gave them the story about what? The God in the sky. My father has answered to it. I buffer Lanwoki. Everything you need, that is what it is. It means that whatever we need to keep this life going is on this earth. You don't need anybody in the sky anymore. So whatever the minister is saying is one and part and parcel of the society lost, yes, in transit. Yes, it is when knowledge comes, you'll be able to understand that, you don't need religious education. We need to go back to our nucleus culture and tradition. When we go to our nucleus culture and tradition, not all those who are coming out can be allowed to come on board. Contest for who? Somebody who stole? Somebody who killed? Somebody who went on the air and said this and said that and now comes to apologize? Is the one that will be a leader? No. A leader must be patient, must be loving, must be caring, must be protective, must be decent, must be honest, but must be sincere. So Mama, whatever he said there exposes, yes, our kind of life that we have been forced to live in the last, 100 years. Yes, a life based on, failure, delusion, illusion, that has given us no chance to even sit down until Maharaji came to say, hey, now you can sit down. Like the oracles, you can sit down in the name of Maharaji. You'll be able to go into yourself to know where you have gone wrong, and then check yourself and be able to channel, your path to progress without losing any life. My blessings. Yeah, who's next?
Abu Arakwe.
Abu Arakwe. Please, Papa, you are the anchor man. You have to always announce the name again. I don't know what.
Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji. Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji. Bole Shri Sagrudev Maharaji. By my dear grace and service premi Abu Arakwe, I received my father Sagru Maharaji divine knowledge on the level 4 2020 at Ijo Ashram. I'm in Najameda belong at the Be Exclusive Maharaji. By my dear grace, Maharaji made it so. So what Maharaji For what have you seen about the election that is coming on, I believe Margin have been, playing the game to make sure we premise get the leak to the candidates. So with my physical experiences, Margin in an article, Margin said it that Margin want to make an Iguma Satana a president. And Margin crowned it by saying the complaint was that Margin said that if only they are ready. So in that statement now, I believe that yes, with what is going on with disobedience, that Margin have called for Peter Obi to come around to hear from Margin. So he did take a step. For this, I believe that he's disobeying the creator. So why I'm saying this, I remember this last year, me and Papa Owolabi brought me inside the what's it called, this Hall of Grace to see Maradi when I was about to report issue to Maradi, and I told Maradi that I have a program at so place, and Maradi permitted me to go, but with the knowledge, I believe that yes, Maradi was using that one to lead me to one of those candidates. So in the physical part of it, in the experience I gathered in that program I went, I was able to meet up with the House of Representative candidate for Akoko Edo, for Labour Party candidate, and the candidate for PDP, which is Honorable Keburu Adjoto, who is coming out for House of Representative. So when I was by Magic Grace, when I was singing, because I was the singer that entertained that very day. So one of the woman leader for all the APC women in the occasion, because it was one of my cousin brother that was doing the wedding. He is a politician too. So the women leader asked me, no, the women at the table asked me, who is this man on my chest, which is the Maraji bag I put on. So the women leader now told them that this is the organ of all of them, pata pata. And this person I'm talking about is an aspirant. So after singing, the PDP House of Representative candidate, House of Federal Constituency, just signal me like this. So I went to go and meet him, and he gave me some amount of money. So as time goes on, I came back to the kingdom. I did not report, I did not say anything to Maradi. So when I was doing service, Maradi spoke to me that I should go. So unfortunately, it was evening time like this. I just take my bag. I went to Ibadan to meet service premier Chimeze. Say, Mama was not telling me, because my phone was not that too good. I said, okay, let me log into my account through the service premier's phone. When I log in, I saw a message from the AP to the candidate that is coming out from House of Rep in PDP that he had a contract for me. So he messaged me and he sent me some amount. He told me to do a jingle music for them. So I've done it. When I finished the jingle music, he instructed me that I should not post that music on the internet. So and I obeyed him. So 2 weeks later, he messaged me that I should post the music now. It was a jingle, like a form of running music for the PDP candidate. So when I posted it to all the social, all this political social group in Edo State. So it happened that the Labour Party candidate for House of Representatives came across it in the internet. So he messaged me straight that please, he need my help. So I now said, okay, you need my help. Okay, I started giving him sasa about Sadhguru Maharaji. That Maharaji make it possible for many politicians, but I did mention names. So he now said that he really need my help. Even recently, last few days ago, he still messaged me about how he's going to, I'm going to link with him. So as time goes on, Father Maharaji, so as time goes on, this particular person that has sang the song for PDP House of Rep came across the song too on the internet, and he messaged me and he sent me his direct number that anytime I come around, I should let him know anytime if I'm in those he want to see me one-on-one. So Mahaji Sami was now trying to tell me that was telling me that maybe through this Labour Party candidate we can be able to meet up with the Peter Obi because they are 5 or 6. So I started giving him Sasa about Sagro Mahdi to the extent that I sent Mahdi pictures to him, Otta to the candidate. So now 3 days ago, he messaged me that the election is few days now. So I started repeating it that if really you want to win election and you want the presidential, I have all the evidence on my phone now as we are talking, all the chats. So if you want the presidential candidate to come as a president, they have to take a step to meet Sagro Mahdi, the sun god, the creator. Yes. So now my question is that Maharaji, now the Peter Obi on his own part is disobeying Maharaji, and Maharaji said Maharaji want to make a Satana a president, and all the Satana candidates, nobody is taking a step. Maharaji, my question is that what of if a Northerner candidate took a step? What will so this is the question I'm trying to ask, because if he took a step and he become a premier of Sagro Mahdi, apart from the law saying that when the Northerner run, the Southerner will run, will it be possible for such candidate to become a president when he took a step to receive our father Sagro Mahdi divine knowledge? That is the question for the now Father Maharaji.
That's a very beautiful question. It's like this. I will answer this question with this example, analogy. There's somebody going to Maharaji village from Lagos, and he got to the Jebudi junction, and he turned right. Before he realized he's in Benin, he's in Enugu, and then he finds himself in Sudan. Hey, wow. They even detained him and said, before you go, you have to study Sudanese language. Yeah, he was not even the only person. There are many of them. Now, what do we do? He's going to Ibadan, the Holy Land. So now by the time we realize, the other one said, okay, me. The other one went to Cairo. The other one moved to Algeria. The other one moved down and crossed to Tanganyika. The other one even find himself in what? Jerusalem. By the time they come back, they are speaking in tongues. What they were to get from Ibadan, they didn't have it. Yes. Now they say, okay, let everybody come down with whatever he has, he or she has. Everybody started coming down with whatever he has. Nobody is having the gift from Ibadan. So whoever is able to come in first will be the one, because that person will be able to overcome all the things that the others were not able to what? To have. Yes, especially where knowledge is the key to the new golden age that we are going now. It's because they don't have knowledge. That is why they are going in divisions. I'm Igbo, I'm Yoruba, I'm a Catholic, I am this and that. The moment they have knowledge, the killing aspect will end, deception will end, argument will end, fighting will end. He'll be able now to become the object that people will see him. So that is the situation we are. It doesn't matter, because barriers are there, divisions are there, because why? They are not in knowledge. If they were in knowledge, all these things will not come up. I'm a Christian, I'm a Northerner, I'm a Westerner, this will not come up at all. I don't know whether I've answered your question. The grace is there. You need somebody who will love us. Yeah, who is next? Yeah.
Okay, service plan.
My name is Service Premier Brother King. I hail from Abia State, and I received my divine knowledge in 25th of November 1992 in Maraji village. At that Maraji for keeping me alive up to today. Please, Mahaji, what I want to ask is from one is from the news from Facebook today. There is this radio media, this radio house. He said a hunter went to hunt in the forest and discover like sack of PVCs that they threw away. Yes, this happened at Anambra State. So and the hunter have just summoned the courage to bring it. And when he brought it, so they submit this, okay, let's do it this way, let's go and give it to politician. No, they said they should take it to radio house. So now when they took it to radio house, then the radio people start maybe announcing the names of all the PVCs they see there, that whoever that. But my question now is that, Mahaji, why must they pack a whole thousands of PVCs and go and throw away in the bush? And they are telling the Anambra people that no PVC yet, no PVC, and they are still the one telling people to go and collect your PVC. And so, please, Mahaji, I would like to share more light on that.
What the answer has been given. The people are not happy the way they are being treated, and they are not taking any step to correct the situation. They are agitating for equity, for respect, for equal rights in the Nigerian project. Yes, and no matter how they try, things get worse every day, because like I said in the earlier question, everybody is carrying a fake idea of this world. There's nobody showing love. And so, when you are in darkness, you don't know when, even when your biro is there, one will be thinking the biro is a snake. When your good friend is coming to you, you think it's an enemy. The same way, they have now got to a point where they are not even interested in being good enough. Why? Because they don't have knowledge of the self, to let them know that this brother that died, this sister that is sick, these are the reasons, the causes of such death, accident or illness. So in that state of confusion, state of what we call dissatisfaction, they will be doing the worst thing. Imagine Anambra now, going one day of duty. Anambra people, very, very hardworking. Imagine how many billions we are losing. The younger ones are being killed. They say they belong to cultism, some are involved in money ritual here. Because why? They need somebody who must take care of them. I cannot see how anybody from that area will want to be president of Nigeria. The whole Nigeria will kick against it. That you cannot even take care of your state, where people are going on strike once a day, once a week. People are being killed every day. How can you even administer the whole of Nigeria? So whatever is happening is not new. We might call it religious aberrations. Otherwise, what is it that they are looking for? They are looking for justice. If you want justice, you must do so with clean hands. What is the clean hands? Go through the Constitution. If you go through the Constitution, everything will help. But then, Constitution comes and goes because people are the ones that drafted it. They can give room, for all kind of dirty games. But I was there. I met them 2 years ago. Oh yes, I met the leaders, and I told them that hey, problems that we are facing, oh yes, can never be solved by killing, can never be solved by sitting at home. Those who are leading are people who are billionaires. So because they have gotten their own, they feel like they have to go the European way of killing and sitting down to discuss issues. You don't expect me to be at peace with you when you kill my dad, my mom, my sister, my brothers, and you say I should sit down. I can't talk. And so they agreed. Only when after I have left, they started talking, singing a different song. But if you go into history, always the holy man is the one that ends all this macabre situation, ends all this demonic situation by giving the grace for everybody to experience it wherever they are. I believe that with time, something can happen. But whatever the PVC is, we are talking to Nigeria, the elders in the area. Why not? Somebody should take the responsibility of going to carry the PVCs and delivering them to house. It's not very easy. People will be afraid, except somebody in knowledge who will be able to do it. Because in knowledge, your heart is pure, so you don't expect anything bad to happen to the person. But really, it is damn too bad. And we are asking our brothers, wherever they are, whether in America, USA, China, Russia, they should start using the holy name Maharaji now. At the end of the day, whether elections hold or doesn't hold, Nigeria will be better off. Yeah, because elections will come and go. We are still our Nigerian here. Yeah? If we are at peace and in love, elections have been held because our peace, trust, and harmony in the community is more stronger than somebody at the head who will be pushing people here and there. Otherwise, why should we be arguing now? Because those who came before us and headed governments here and there, they did not do their jobs. Yes, they were jinxed in their minds. They went there for money, fame, and intellectual excitement. That's why we find ourselves in this kind of threat to life. My blessings. Yeah? I will choose the mama first.
Choose someone, Divine Minister for Divine Medicine.
Bole Shri Sagurudev, Shri Sagurudev Maharaj Ji. Bole Shri Sagurudev Maharaj Ji. Abis Maharaj. By the grace of our Father Saguru Maharaj, I'm service president. Okpelo Yeru Tijani. I received our Father Saguru Maharaj divine knowledge on the 11th of September 1986. I thank Maharaj for the grace. By the grace of our Father Saguru Maharaj, divine minister for natural medicine and professionally retired chief nursing officer. Maharaj, my own is something that I read from the internet about this Kaaba, because it's like this is the time that the Muslims are supposed to wake up to know that the Mecca that they are going, as Maharaj have been saying for long, they are just going there for business. That is not where the holy land is. From the internet, one bin Salam or something like that wants to build another Kaaba again, to duplicate Kaaba again in Riyadh. And I know as time goes on, before we see another 15, 20 years now, Nigeria, especially Africa, all over the world, Muslims, they will be rushing there again and saying that that's where God is again. For the Muslims that have their senses, they're supposed to know and think of themselves that place, they are just going there for business. If not, a land, if they said this place is a holy land, as you are saying, by which it wasn't, why should they duplicate it? Can somebody carry River Niger to somewhere now and name River Niger there?
No.
So exactly that's what is going on now that I read. To say that the Kaaba, they wants to go and build another Kaaba in Riyadh. the present one is in Mecca. Now they want to build another one in Riyadh. All for the sake of money. And by the time we see, we count about 20, 25, 30 years now. Especially Nigeria, they will be rushing there. Another holy land again. So Maharaji, I'm begging the grace. If Maharaji can just talk senses to their head, for them to know that they have already lost. So, because up till now, they are still believing that that is where Holy Land is. And when you are, they will say, "Shebi, you man, you went for pilgrimage. You went." I say, I went for my own pilgrimage when I did not have the understanding of the creation. But now that I have good understanding, I've seen light. I now knew that. Oh yeah, that area is not where we're supposed to be going. We are just going there just for business. That one goes like that, Maharaji. The second one, Maharaji, I'm begging the grace. I don't know how we are going to this rape or whatsoever they call it in Nigeria. How we are going to, minimize it, to eradicate it in short. Because to my own observation, why is increasing now? Because I remember when we were in primary school. At that time I was in primary 6 or something like that. The ladies that time, they used to wear short gown like this, or short skirts. That time, from nowhere, you will see children, they will be stoning them here in Ibadan. They used to stone them. From then, that kind of dressing stopped. But now, nobody is talking. When the men dress corporate and the ladies wear their own, the whole body is outside. So how will the men not move? So why should? So that's what I'm saying now, that they are talking of rape. This rape of is something. How will it come down? For the way our women, our ladies are dressing in Nigeria, in Africa. Because if you look at it, it's the way of dressing that is causing it. Olden days, there's nothing called a rape or something like that. But now you will see 30 years old boy, man, going inside to meet a woman of 75 years. Rape and run away. So I don't know whether there are some bad spirits from the bush that came out that is causing all this. I can't just see. But this dressing is something that Maharaji should help us tackle it in Africa, especially in this Nigeria. It's becoming too much. So I'm begging the grace. Bole Shri Sa Gurudev Maharaji Ji. Bole Shri Sa Gurudev Maharaji Ji. Bole Shri Sa Gurudev Maharaji Ji.
Our blessings to everyone. There's a saying that there's no smoke without fire. All along the line, we have not been very happy with the way and manner our women folk are being treated. Yes, where people just take law into their hands, and at the end of the day, he gets the lady pregnant, cannot even support this lady. And maybe they were able to go to court only to be discharged and be asked to pay a certain sum of money or being punished. But from what we have learned, the mode of dressing is enough. I want to pick an example that the sister Beko gave me, because she is an ex-ashram sister, and we're inside here. I was asking her, you are now a graduate. You want to tell me no boyfriend? Say yes. How were you able to escape Lagos University boys, all these guys? He said what he did was just the lesson he learned from Maraji village. That he sewed a big skirt, very big one, and a big blouse. So each time he is coming in to the campus or for study, they will just say, "You Gary, come out here. Can you come out? This one a village woman, village girl." But for those who dress like pimps, motherless children, those who come from all these so-called beleaguered homes, who are aping what they see on TV, on radio, they pick them. Hey, maybe there's a party, oh, come on, let's go. Most of them have been used for money rituals. Most of them. You find that they are in broken homes. They get married. 2-3 years after having 1-2 children, they have been used for money ritual, and the brother will go and be enjoying the money. Except where the grace touches the woman and the family to be found by Maraji, then that area can be cleared. Otherwise, most of them, they are dying like that. So there's nothing wrong in dressing up, but it depends upon the person. I've read it, in fact, yesterday or even today. I was trying to pick up the newspapers to show you any woman you see with open dress is from water. They can't make a home. They will just destroy the home, destroy the family. Otherwise, how can you say you dress like a woman? All the banana, I mean, pawpaw, the 2 oranges is out. He's telling you that I'm ready to kill you. But we are grateful that today we have found out that any of the men marrying such women, they are not correct women. They are temporals. They are what we call studio black men and women. They have nothing to offer. All of them. At the end of the day, you check up their children. The children, they don't make it. Those are the children that behave like, children that go this way. Mommy, daddy, Junior, what's your name? My name is Adedu. Oh yes, yeah. Why? The woman body, especially the area, the side that we call Obiri, the soft side of life, can be seen or taken as an oven that bakes the human bodies, the children. When you want to bake bread, you heat the oven and the bread will come out nicely, very crispy, okay? But when the oven is open and it's cold, the bread there will very what? Be like rubber. That's why you see people with different kind of faces, different kind of legs, different kind of legs. You see, walking like an antelope. Are you there? You see her looking like Mami Water, Papa Water. So that is just it. And that is the situation now. Anybody who wants to, you check up. Children of these people who dress shabbily, imagine a woman sitting down and is battling with the seat. Is covering up. Why do you wear this dress anyhow? Say he sees, he's turning here and there. He's changing. Whereas if he dresses corporately, everything's okay. If you go and check up, their children, they die like that. Because one, they're against the culture and tradition. And then the ancestors who are governing the planet, they are watching them and they will not allow them to sleep. Oh yes, so our advice, yes, to the elders is to take up this matter. Yes, I believe that now tradition and cultural values are being looked at. That's why you see people are dressing better now. Oh yes. So now as to the question of a new Kaaba, you know, it can be said simply that if you wriggle your feet in a swampy area, it will be taking you what? Down and deeper and deeper. We have known the secret now. Everybody knows now that the Europeans, they shared all the manuscripts, yes, that were stolen from Oyo-Ile in the 16th century. Is the one that they have shared, and they are trying to write stories about it, to tell people that the creator is Al-Safiya, Al-Labid, Al-Lamud, Al-Labid, Allah-Kuban, Iblis, and so on. You can describe all kind of Gari, Igbo Gari, Ijebu Gari. Yeah? Do I have to open my mouth for Gari to enter? I still need Gari. Yeah. And don't forget, truly and sincerely, very practical, if the creator is really the creator can never live in the desert. Never. He will never. A king will always be in the palace. Oh yeah. So today, the Caucasian race, all the whites, they shared all the manuscripts. There was no time to sit down and discuss it, but truly, our language should not be based on ABCD, because language is music. Yeah, should be the kind of hieroglyphics or what you call Sanskrit. But they have carried everything away, and they are giving us what? ABCD to go through it. So building Mecca here and there, we all know that they are just trying to what? Make us believe that the black man is stupid. Otherwise, what are we looking for there? We want to see God. And there's somebody saying, call him anywhere you are. Jesus did not form a religion. Adam, Moses, Abraham, they did not establish any religion. They just told them, hey, follow me, I know the way. And they give them light. And today, if you look at it, there's fight in the Middle East. The Iranians claim that they received knowledge from Prophet Muhammad. That's why they are scientifically very high. They are opposing the Saudis who claim that Prophet Muhammad was there, he was born there. And then there are other countries around, yes, who are still fighting themselves. But then the question is, why they fight? Prophet Muhammad is not there. The teacher is not there to reveal to them that what I am looking for is not out there but within each and every one of us. So today, anybody going to Holy Land has some money extra to spend. Yes, I know of some people who, as I'm talking now, they have started walking. They are going to walk through the north because they don't have money. Why? Because it is said that one has to make that trip once in one's lifetime. And so they have to. But what are they looking for? All our leaders who went there, are they not the same people who are giving birth to 10 children and driving them outside? Are they not the same people who are aiding and abetting, who are using Boko Haram to cause trouble? Are they not the same people who are padding the budgets? Are they not the same people who are saying, oh, don't vote for Igbo, don't vote for Hausa, don't vote for Chekiri? They are the same people, so they have not got the light. But today we have the light. With this light, we believe that gradually the people will come to realize that, yes, that old saying that we should seek the kingdom of heaven and everything shall be added is really here. Yes, so because Prophet Muhammad is not there, those areas, they are all what we call plastic monuments. Oh yes. Because the power of marriage cannot be compared. What do you want to say in a woman who told me 4 hours ago that, look, there's no food for the family. She left about 3 children at home. 2 very elderly and a junior one. Only to get to the office, yes, and somebody walks in 2 hours later asking for her. Mama, okay, you're the one. Oh, nice to see you. I've come to thank you for what you have done for me some years back. He gave the mama envelope, thank her, for the mama to go in, pick up her bag, lock the office, to come out, to ask, where is Papa? They say they cannot see him anymore. Yes, so what else do you want? When you have Malachi who is omnipresent, omniscient, omniscient, even in the internet, there's this letter hanging there. Letter dated 2006 by some of those patients we have, patients on drug. They say, oh, Malachi, the one in Lagos or Nigeria, we don't know him here and there. And I said, you need to know him. He said he's a carpenter. You don't know a carpenter in the sky. You give him some woods, he'll make some chairs for you. They know that he's a carpenter. Tremble has come and he has told them point blank that no white man can be a living master on earth. The living masters are exclusive preserve of the black man, who is the nucleus and progenitor of the human race. That one is a cascara that they will continue to drink so long as they are not ready to listen, so long as they are not ready to, obey the natural laws, then they are looking for trouble. And this is why today, the question of Mecca, on the other side we have Jerusalem, 1948 Jerusalem. Yes, I say 1948 because that was the time that the Western country decided to set up a place that people can go to, and then they'll be able to hold the fellow brothers to ransom. You go there, the people there don't even know. Just like even Egypt. If you go to Egypt, they don't know the pyramids. They only tell you this like this, they don't know anything about it. They all were created by you and I, who were taken up and down, transposed here and there, to just, want to prove falsely that this world is a joke. It's not. So anybody going to Mecca is wasting his time. Yeah, because the master is here. Oh, yes. In fact, if one worships Ogun, you are better than going to all these holy places. You go into Shango, Ifa, it will lead to some time. It will lead the person a bit to be alive, but it does not guarantee life. That's why today we have been blessed by Maharaji to have knowledge. With knowledge, you become the Mecca itself. You become the Holy Land itself. Because everything you're asking for, you get right from your womb. That's what the scripture said. Yes, my blessings. Yeah, Papa.
Minister for God.
Yeah?
Service I received the Divine College of Affairs at Romaji on the 27th of August 1992 here in Malaji Village. I'm a retired school principal. From Malaji, there's this statement online, an instruction from the leadership of the
indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that they should not come out for elections on Saturday.
Hey.
That they should not come out at all. In fact, the way the instruction was given, they said they should sit at home from 23. And the man giving the instruction is one Simon Eba, a lawyer who has taken up the leadership of the group since Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And they always obey his instructions as if he's another God. I don't know what this portends for Igbo is.
Well, I have to quickly answer this. The security operatives are not working fully well. They have to work hand in hand with the Obas, the Emirs, with the Ezes, with the Igwes, so that people like this should realize that peace is the best way to achieve peace. It's not going through, haphazard way of behaving. I cannot see myself seeing or hearing of somebody talking that way. Agreed, a lot has happened. We lost children, we lost brothers, we lost fathers and mothers during the Biafran War. But we don't need another war. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why we have leaders who will continuously to dialogue, continually to talk. Talk. Let us dialogue. Let us sit down, eat, drink, and continue to find out why is this, like that. People are telling me that in the NNPC, almost the top 27 positions are what? Houses. No problem. What do? We monitor them to see that they do the right thing. Are you there?
Yes,
we have super eagles. If all super eagles are Irobowayo, let them be Irobowayo. So long as they win. But we don't have any idea where we begin to fight them. Of course, the president who appointed them knows the reason why. Maybe he doesn't want people that that was going to steal the whole money and then give him a bad record in that area during his tenure, or what have you. But I believe that as a leader, just like a man with 5 children, we say children because they are children. You don't expect all of them to go one way. No, there must be a child that's always smiling, the one that's not always smiling, the one that will just go open the freezer and eat, and the one that will be monitoring. Yeah, everybody has his own way. But all ways should lead to peace, progress, and tranquility. So I'm asking the law enforcement agent, by this, we always get we kind of get into this kind of frenzy that look, that man has committed a crime. So, like I cannot breathe in America when Floyd was caught. He did not argue, but because the hatred is there, there's a deep-rooted animosity against each other. And so the new servicemen, the police, the army, should be the modern age men. And that's why I'm begging that all the secondary school students should be drafted into the army, into the police. And their first lesson should be Nigeria pre-independence and post-independence, and the after effects of jettisoning history in our schools, so that people will know that Igbo, Yoruba, they are the same. Igbo man say Kedu, say Enu, Anu, Yoruba say Enu. The man in the West Coast says Manu, Enu, Manu, Anu is the same. Oh yes, they're the same. Anybody who says Igbo man is not a Yoruba man is crazy. Or the man from Tanganyika, or the rich man in China. Oh yes, all the Europeans, they are all Yorubas. They evolved from here. And so a situation like this, we are begging the governors, they should go into our native culture and tradition. People like this, they will call them in their rooms. They will walk out. Just like they say, oh, herdsmen went to Igbo land, kill here, Ijo land, kill, Delta. What about the leaves? What about the plants? There are plants. If you rub your hands together, you put there, they will come out from the bush. But because they are buying them in the name of religion. Jesus, who died, you think Jesus will come back again? Somebody who crucified on the cross. What is he coming to do? He will not come. Prophet Muhammad. Look at how they have used the Prophet Muhammad's name to turn the whole world upside down. The fight in Afghanistan, Pakistan, the bombing of that aircraft by Gaddafi and co. Islam. What is Islam? It's okay, but it teaches one how to be humble, how to be honest. But the practical realization is always in the hands of the black man. Always, always. That's why they initiate people to Ifa, Oranya, Ogun, Shango, Oya, Dopo, Okija. Go and find out. Anybody initiated to this, they can't mess up. They know that if they mess up, they'll go off. So this is just the situation. We have disconnected from our culture. That's why people are trying to make money out of the ignorance of few in the name of, yeah, we want to be free. Free in what sense? We are okay. Maharaji is around. They say, call Maharaji, everything will be all right. My blessings. So. Who is next?
Sidibe Maharaji.
Okay.
Bulashiri Sabra Maharaji. Bulashiri Sabra Maharaji. Bulashiri Sabra Maharaji. My name is Service Premi Sidibe Iwat. Received divine knowledge of marriage on the 3rd day of April 1990 in Maharaji's village. Maharaji Grace and Divine Minister of Sadhguru Maharaji and also research fellow by profession. Before I start my question, in the Biblia language, we also call mouth Inua. Inua. Yes, that has to do with Enu, Emmanuel, part of it for Maharaji. For Maharaji, Dominican Republic is an island in the Caribbean. And in my research for Maharaji, I realized that the Dominican Republic is also rated among the poorest country in the world, but they are blacks. And because of that economic situation there in that island, the youth, mostly the young boys, the young boys, what they do for a living is to sit around the beach or hug around the airports or the seaport waiting for rich girls, women from Europe, America, and Asia to come there for them. And after the women come around, use them, they go back to their various homes. Their life has not changed. They still remain the way they are. That is what, like in Nigeria, the youth are doing Yahoo there, prostitution, and mostly the young youths, the boys, are the ones doing. They sit them at the beach, waiting for these women to come from Europe and America. And for Maharaji, my question is, one, what would be the part of creation advice to the Dominican Republic government, and most importantly the youth, so that will enable them to come out from that kind of situation of poverty they find themselves? One. Then primarily, the second question I want to ask is, after the president made a broadcast that the old notes, 200 naira should be allowed till April, the 500 naira and the 1,000 naira note should be totally scrapped off. The next day, the Kaduna governor El Rufai came out to say that no, that in the state, that any company or any establishment in Kaduna State who fails to still make use of the 500 naira and the 1,000 naira note, he will give them quick notice that in Kaduna State, that 1,000 naira and 500 naira note are still valid. From Maharaji, what is El Rufai trying to tell Nigerians that he is, after the president has spoken. That's my question.
The case of Dominican Republic is not different from us here. The difference here is that we have enough raw materials, and civilization happens to evolve from here. And so tradition and culture is highly practiced here. And the other side there, they still need knowledge. It's only knowledge that can help them. Knowledge of marriage. The moment they are able to see on paper like this, yeah, and they read Pari, then they don't go into religion, all that, because they have seen, they have known that religion is meant to enslave them perpetually, forever. Now we come back to El-Rufai. Everybody knows him that he's somebody who lacks knowledge, even though he's a madam. He hasn't got the wherewithal to make him a malam. A malam is somebody you must trust, rely upon. It doesn't matter whatever happens, he will not mislead the person. He's seen as the third tier of the Creator in spiritual governance. This question of Naira designing and giving out to the people that has become a problem now shouldn't have come if the leaders were able to control their utterances, because they are the one to lead and guide the people. And so where the president has said that 200 from 200 naira below is not going to be used, they should have followed it. Because I believe that what the president is saying is that there's not much enough on the ground to print 500 and 1,000. Maybe the president did not come up, but that is the situation. We can't be borrowing money all the time. And so that was the reason why the president said so. So for him to come out to say that is a contempt. Oh yes, of course they say there was an ex parte motion by some people who went to the Supreme Court saying that, okay, they should stay status quo. The central bank has not gone out of the rules or the laws. From what we see here, what they are saying is that there's not much in print. There's no 500, 1,000, and because the money in circulation now is not being productively allowed to spread. The liquidity situation is held in one group, the elites or the so-called controllers of all these exchange groups. We have those who are exchanging naira to dollar. We have those who are just, playing all kind of financial improprieties with the naira that has taken us to a point where $1 becomes about 800 naira. So whatever El-Rufai is saying, he needs a president that will shake him. Oh yes. I remember he's the one that said that there are 14 governors working against Tinubu's emergence as the new president of Nigeria come the elections on the 25th. And he did not stop there. He's the one that again blew the fact that the naira that was given out at the beginning was shared among governors. There was one governor he knew had 400 billion taken to his home and he couldn't talk. You see, the funny side of it is that we come to discover that whether because of the spell on our leaders by the Europeans, who doesn't want us to wake up through religious indoctrination. And you see people coming out that as I'm crooked, but nobody to punish them. Are you there?
Yes, yes, Lord.
Nobody to hold them down. Hey, you are crooked, you are doing this, you are doing that. But when they see you coming up as a very strong Pan-Africanist in Nigeria, who wants to free us from political, economic savagery, let me call it, that is the person they will begin to pursue. So whatever El-Rufai is doing is not something we take seriously, because it looks and appears that for no reason Nigerian situation allows for such a person to be a governor and to be a leader. It's something that's unheard of. Otherwise, if you look at his incubus with the headers, that he was paying them money to stop killing the people. I don't stop somebody who is killing, so that you go and buy more ammunition. The fight that is going on in Kaduna between them and Zango Kataf people. Remember, there's one general that was maltreated by IBB and co because he was the only Christian general in their midst. You know, these things are happening because we are not conscious of who the black man is. Yes, we just got into alliance, and some people are even saying that the North were not ready to join with the South. No, they knew. They used them to hold us back. They know that Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Chekiri, man, Kai, we are the best in the world. Anywhere you go, anybody who says no is crazy. You don't need to talk, just observe. A Yoruba man, Igbo man. Who are those going abroad these days? Now Igbo and Yoruba. Chekiri, because they are the ones who believe that godliness is the only way to prevent danger. Godliness gives intellectual property, intellectual prowess. It gives you the power to be a leader. So whatever it is, I believe that premise have not been able to sit up. If they sit up, such people like him cannot have a chance. But when you say knowledge is power, I agree knowledge is given, but there is what we call political, social strategy in strategizing all the arms of our economic drive. Should be geared towards, yes, making people know that look, what you're doing is wrong, or you have to stop them. So El-Rufai is somebody we cannot rely upon now. How I wish after the elections, yes, people realize that he's one of those who have just turned the whole economy upside down. If you look at them, they're all having, just few days ago, they took over about 41 projects from Kogi government. They have houses in Dubai. What are they looking for Dubai when there are no schools, there are children, primary school children under trees? What for? Hey, man, we need divine government. That's what I said. Mr. President should seek military powers so that he can detain anybody anywhere. Because these guys, they don't care. The way they talk, no respect, no regard for the elders. They lie and apologize the second day. You see them driving bulletproof cars, the way they talk, they don't care about the common man. They don't feel it. They don't feel it at all. I mean, you want to tell me that in this country, there are unemployment? When Nigeria, okay, the world, has not been able to meet up to 20% demand of cassava in the global market. No land here, no cassava trees. I beg my blessings. Yeah, anybody here? Your name? Eh? Adima? You mention your name? No, Opayelo Yeru.
The Prime Minister for.
I don't want to go into Madam Marriage here. I don't know.
But the streets are good, they married today. But the streets are good, they married
each cake.
But the streets are good, they married
Yes.
today. I'm Service Premier Okole Yarutijani. I received my father's Guru Maharaji Divine Knowledge on the 11th of September 1986. By Maharaji's grace, Maharaji, my question is not question per se, but I'm begging Maharaji to please still talk to so many of our governors, because as Yoruba used to say that, ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́mọlé tí ń jẹ. It's better to be talking to them, because once somebody has been elected as the father of a state, I see no reason why they should be discriminating again. Now they have elected you to into the power. Now you are the father, the first, the first, what do they call it?
First family.
First of the state. Now they will now be saying, that local government there, they vote for PDP, they did not vote for APC. Because of that, the roads will be, they will keep the road there, even if they like, let them spend 12 years on throne, they will not touch that place. Just because of hatred. Whereas it's not supposed to be like that. They have put the person there as the father. So it has to act as the father for all. So this is what is happening, and what I observe, not only in Oyo State, but so many states. Even in Kano, the same thing. So I see no reason why they are behaving like this.
Mama,
Divine
divine government is the answer. Yeah, divine government is very important. You see, when you say divine government, there are so many advantages there. Naturally, physically, politically, economically, socially, culturally, you name it. Yeah, you see, for long, so many goods, things of life have been suppressed under this earth. There are so many plants. There are plants that make shoes. Yeah, there are plants. When the tree is there, the seed is there. Once you get the seed, you press it with your leg, it will just, change like it, because we are spirits. What we ask, we get. And so, just look at even the road here. Lagos, Lagos Express Road. You know how many years it took? When they say they want to repair, they will plaster here, live here. They say Guru Maharaji is there. There's a man who called himself God. I didn't say I'm God. I'm saying that the word God is outrageously outlandish. Is what we call a cantankerous caricature of a very negative way of addressing the Creator. Oh yes, because people expect that if you call God, there'll be an instant reply, like the air. So Maharaji is the answer, is the solution. So we need the one government. It's the only way. And that's why we're asking all the leaders to come for the divine government. And then asking premiers who are knowledge to please gear up in the area of publicity. Publicity, yeah. In fact, tomorrow, many are going to go to Lagos we want to start house-to-house campaign about knowledge. Because people have died, people have lost, people have money, but they are not happy. And when they have built houses, they are still not okay with it. They have 10, 15 children, but you see the children, they are not just even following their father. They are doing something else. So the same way all these people have become governors. Some who did not even pass SAT. Some who did not even go to technical school. Some even who don't know even how to sign their names. Some even who cannot read newspapers. Some who cannot even say thank you for assisting them. So we are at the point we might call crossroads. So divine government is the answer. Divine government must come in. With divine government, Africa will be free. Yeah, there'll be nothing like elephant projects. What Africa needs today, hunger in Africa. All we need is to carry cassava sticks to all the African nations. Yeah. Make industries there to produce what we call spaghetti. Cassava can be, you can get spaghetti from cassava. You can get a hungry woman from cassava. Oh yes, it's enough. Fufu, man, there's no way you can forget fufu. Maybe now we don't take ogbolo, but fufu with ogbolo. If the creator is calling up here, you will never listen. Actually, there. Hey, so you can see that we have lost the real things to the artificial. They need knowledge. Africa need knowledge. Our people, they need knowledge. I was listening to an interview by Professor Patrice Lumumba, whether it's from Kenya or Uganda. He said it all. He said, Bible and Quran has been the commodities, yes, that has actually aided in not only destabilizing the whole of Africa, but the entire human race. But they don't know that I'm here. If they knew, all they need to do is do service. Finish. Service, very important. Man. Service can do wonders. It's the career of Maharaji's grace. It is in service, you know that the Creator loves anybody who can give. That's why it is said, give us never lack. Whatever you are saying is something that is very serious. And to actually overcome this situation is that on a political, publicity side, you have to actually convey the message on the dresses we wear. Yes. We are going into that. A graphic expression of who and what is Maharaji. So that people can get to know that if you become a governor, chairman, director, with knowledge, if your mind is pure, people will be afraid. When they see the kind of dress you wear, the kind of cars you are riding, they'll be questioning, how manage you? With this austerity going on, the prices of everything swelling up, and you are still buying a new car. What is the secret? Say, yes, I have Maharaj. My blessings on you. Yes? Yeah.
My other question is,
last but one.
Why is it that we are easily used spiritually by other people for their own betterment or benefit, but we cannot convert that our energy for our own betterment? One, that is my first question.
Why?
Then the second question is from Maharaji. Why is monetary power common, but Why is monetary power very common to come by than technology?
Say that again.
Why is monetary power common to come by, but technology or science and technology is not easily gotten? Is it not the same Maharaji who gave the monetary power and or who owns the boat?
Are you talking monetary power?
Yes, Maharaji. It's very easy for one to have more, make money, but that of the science of technology not very easy to come by. Primarily, what is the reason?
The first one is, how are people able to use somebody to achieve something, and the person doesn't even know what is going on? Because there's no knowledge. If there's knowledge, everybody will be in a better place to do something productive. For example, if I am manufacturing cutlass and he's manufacturing hose, the other one manufacturing what? Iron, bender, and so on and so forth. You'll be able now to escape manipulation. Because even if I don't have 100 million to give, I'll be able to keep my body warm. Yes, and they say a hungry man is an angry man. Yes, manipulation takes place where there's lack of knowledge. And when there's lack of knowledge, there will be what we call partisanship, uneven supply of things. There will be scarcity. There will be, there will not be enough for all. And so those who have it, like what the Europeans are doing, they don't tell us that it is soya beans they use in making that milk tin. So when you look at it, say, I knew about this in the first week I was in Europe. Okay, so this thing is not like, how many cows do they produce that will send all these tins of milk all over the world? I knew that it was soya beans. Yeah. Now, the same way, when you look at the situation we are, they have the economic experts there. How many bags of rice is supplied to Lagos, Nigeria, Uganda, and the quality of rice? Yet, they note it. Yes, like what they use the Bible and Quran to do is to, disempower us. Once you drop the practices of our nucleus culture and tradition, your body becomes empty. So the negative forces will now enter. And then we're using the person. Yes, when it's the time for the person to die, they will fly away into another person. Or they go into his reincarnation and continue to live. Yes, they'll be there. Because here he has produced a copy of himself. Somebody who cannot perform up to even 10% capacity. And so you find that trend continues. So gradually, before you realize, in the next 20 years to come, if Malaysia did not come 1980, they will not have been black race. I mean, everybody is calling God, 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 God. And they don't see God, and they believe in it. Are you there? You say he's omnipotent, omniscient, and you are not seeing him. Even you didn't see Jesus, you are still continuing because they are supported with money. And so in that emptiness, we cannot invent. And those among us who can do one thing or the other, they are always threatening them. What is it? No, this is idol. This is evil. I remember as a kid, we would tie a rope to empty milk can, okay? And we'll be talking.
Yes, for a marriage.
They will go and report you to the police and you'll be in trouble. Hey, that was just the little bits of technological power that was there. See now, See where we are now. So today, all we need to do now is that technology or arts, music, creativity in the theater arts, all these, I don't know, comedians, because we lack knowledge. That's why comedians are coming. You know what I mean? All these musicians singing praise for human beings. We call them alagbe. You know, people who cannot make anything, and they use that to touch our emotions and sentiments because society has broken down. So monetary power is something within man, like what I said earlier on. The mama spoke to Maharaji within 4 hours. He got 75,000 free of charge. It's everywhere. It's within each and every one. I would like everybody now to work it out wherever you are watching me on TV. If 4 hours, you can get 75,000. Then if somebody in knowledge 20 years, how much has he lost? Anger, fear, suspicion. Or if I talk, I don't want to go there now. It's all part of what? Failure in man's activity on earth. Spiritually. When spiritually you are up and doing, monetary power is automatic. Automatic. But they say, food waste sweet, money killer. If a man said, what? Good talk. Bring scholar from pocket. In this case, it's arty. Arty, if one can sing arty, at least 7 times a day, and chant the holy name, call the holy name, Maharaji, 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 every 3 hours a day, you'll be able to see where the problem is. Oh yes, monetary power, that's what we need. Soul power, that is what it means. Divine power is soul power. So technological power is not as strong as monetary power. Monetary power is something that is hidden within each and every one. Yes, and technology is there, but that was where you go in deeper to bring out all these ingenuities within man. Otherwise, they are the same. Technological power is no different from what monetary power. Because if there's no technological power, monetary power will not come in. Because it is with this technology, either in science or arts, you'll be able to create a room for many monetary power. My blessings.
My own is experience as small doctor. My name is Service Premier Recording. I received our Father Sagrum Raji's Divine Knowledge on the 20th of February 1987 at Ijumoda Ashram. So last year, that time Sagrum Raji sent one of our brother from Polguru to come and carry me back to Polguru in the village here. So I don't know the type of them. So many people played. They carry my bag out. So immediately I said, okay, no problem. I said, Maharaji is Maharaji. So you know, seeing oh here, the King of Kings of all us. On the 3rd of October, that time, immediately she left. 3rd of October, so many white men, women, boys and girls, children, they flew through the whole car park there. I said, what's happening? They said they are in problem, that they want somebody to solve their problem. I said, Sagrum Raji is the creator of heaven and earth on the planet to solve the whole problem. All of them, they bow, they bow, they bow, white men. Immediately I look like this, Africans came, black men and women, the same men, women, boys, girls, and children, all everywhere filled. So I'm begging my Father Sagrum Raji to let that experience come physical. Oh yes. And Father, another one is this money where these people change. political men
Central
and
Bank.
women, Central Bank. That 1,000 naira, they changed from white to blue. I don't like it. One Love family people were not using blue something. I don't know why they should change Maraji's money in Maraji's town, country, and Maraji's world. Blue money, 1,000.
Mama, why is it that you don't like blue? Can you tell us?
Blue
Blue in
is
particular.
Boleshri Sagude Maradi. Boleshri Sagude Maradi. Boleshri Sagude Maradi. Maradi, blue is Mame color. Mame water color. Papa water color. Oma water color.
Blue color. Is there anything wrong with my water color? Blue color.
We are not using blue something here in our father's kingdom.
I agreed. I say, is there anything wrong? Why? Why are you saying Mama water color, Papa water color? What has blue done to you? Why do you feel? What
Our
have
fathers
you
are
done to
globally saying we shouldn't be using blue. Anything blue, we shouldn't use
Yeah.
it.
And you go, you have just mentioned that it's Mama water Ogbanje. Why? What is this? Ogbanje not people, not human beings, Emily? Why? Why are you
Well,
saying that?
if our fathers are globally support the blue, the 1,000 naira as blue color, no problem.
So you have nothing to say about Ogbanje Emily. You are saying blue color is Ogbanje Emily, Mama water, Papa water. Why? What do
It's
you
my
say?
made color, Maraji.
And
They
what
can
is-
use that color and manipulate fellow human beings.
Tell us more. Don't just make us feel sad for a man, a woman, a mother who has been in knowledge for almost 20 years. For you to just talk and stop like that. It makes the younger ones coming up, frightened that, why is it that this mama is
They're
not
not
flowing?
supposed to. But let's use Sagude Maradi. Our people not supposed to use that blue color. That's 1,000. Because it's my made color.
What is the moment doing? What is the effect
They
of-
use it to manipulate people now.
What do blue do to people? What does blue color do to people?
That's my made color now. My
What do they
that
do?
color.
What the blue color do to people? What in blue they do? They kill people, they set people. What does
It
blue do?
doesn't kill, but it can pack you to their world. Yes. Can pack some people to their world.
What is their world?
My-made world.
In man-made world, what happens there?
Let's use Sagude Maradi. They used to manipulate people, unless somebody with Saguru Maradi, the Lord and Savior of the universe. Those people, they are manipulators. Yes.
They manipulate you to do what?
To quarrel with people, to fight with people. That was when I was there, but now I'm no more there.
What was
I'm
happening
sorry.
when you were there?
When I was there, even when I was young, somebody came to me, men, I will fight them. Say I'm not here for marriage, I will drive them out. Yes. Say even though white people they came, I will drove them out. Say, no, I'm not here for that. Yes. Just because I was being married there, born there, have boyfriends there, until marriage.
In the man-made world,
Yes, my lord.
what used to be the lifestyle there? You live in huts or
No, complete structures there.
is it
Correct.
with,
Inside the water planet, yes.
yeah? You have a toilet system there or just
We
like
have
bamboo?
we have everything there, Maharaj. Before Maharaj found me, not now. I'm no more for them. And for Saguru Maharaj.
Do they have schools there? Do you have
They have,
schools?
yes, they have. They
What
have.
actually then led you marrying and giving birth to all your children?
It was when I dodge. Number one, somebody that
Manipulate.
yes, my lord.
Destroy and destroy. Or you didn't destroy in your own
I
case.
didn't destroy.
You're a lover.
I was a lover then. So only when I don't want to see men, who say they want to come and marry me. The first person happened to be one of the people that my uncle used to open his factory in Umuahia. M.I. Okpara. That was Mr. Hushindov. He said, that my uncle happened to be politician, the first premier of Eastern Region. So he said, if that as our people did not vote for him, that he will not employ anybody in that ceramics industry that that mold all these broken plates. So immediately my biological father had it. He said, so he came, the daughter withdrew me. I said, okay, let's go. And report. He went and reported the matter to M.I. father, Okpara. His name is Michael Yonokara. So when he reported the matter, he said, okay, I have to work there. So when I worked there, Mr. Hushindorf, he used to, from Germany, he used to control that say he will marry me. I said, no, I'm not here for marriage. So many men came. I said, no, I'm not here for marriage, leave me alone. I will even abandon my parents' house and run away. I will go to their...
Because you were married in the spiritual?
Yes, my Lord.
Is that what happens to all the spirits like that?
Yes, my Lord.
Okay.
We are human beings, we pretend a lot. Men, they marry, they born there. They get boyfriend, girlfriend there. And I did it. Yes. That's why any physical human being comes and say, no, I'm not here for marriage, leave me alone. Until when one of my juniors say, even my seniors will say, is this a human being? I didn't even mind it. So when my junior come marry, born, I said, okay, that's why I prayed. I said, okay, let me born so that they will not, if not every woman supposed to marry or born.
How did they feel your group inside the water? When you now got married, it was a big fight.
They were not happy with me. Yes, they were not happy with me. They tortured me well. They tortured me well.
How?
Both physical and spiritual. They asked me to come back now. I said no. So anywhere I walk out, they will follow me. Physical, but if you are with me, if anybody is with me, can't see them. Yes. Anybody that finds me trouble, they will be annoyed. Let them go and kill. I say no, don't kill anybody. Because one single head they can't create on somebody's head. Why should you go and kill that person? Physically. And they will leave them. That was it. Until when the journey continued, I was being taken to so many places. There was no solution to the problem until when my biological father finished his journey with church, colonial masters, when he went back. So that was the time he came and told me that the Creator is coming.
When he finished his church with the Europeans?
It was the colonial master that trained him and used him to open Methodist church in my town, Omar. So he was the head of all the Methodist church. It was through him they opened the whole churches in Omar. Even up to today, church everywhere. So that 1980 he went back, 20th of February. That's our father's.
He went back to Europe.
To Mother Earth.
Okay, he died.
Yes, my Lord.
20th February.
So immediately he changed body. Second week of March, he came with all the dead people in my village, Aboibek. Immediately he came. I was not seeing a baby by then. I said, Papa, you know that I'm not seeing a baby. Why should you come and carry me? I will not follow you. He said, no, he doesn't want to come and carry me. He said, it's an important message. I said, the important message you want to tell me, you carry all the dead people, follow you at the back, dancing and clapping with joy and happiness, and follow you. He said, yes. I said, why not tell your wife that happened to be my biological mother? He said, no. If you tell her, nobody will sit up. Tell my seniors and juniors, both men and women. He said, no. If you tell them, nobody. Only his mother that challenged the white men when they came after training him. They want to carry his wife. The mother said no. That Oyibo people say they are wicked. If they carry the mother, I mean the son's wife, they will not return her again. And that my biological mother happened to be Queen of the Coast. Yes, correct Mami Water. And use her own Mami Water power to do good. Yes. Use it to do good. So immediately I said, yeah, tell me the story about the message you want to say. After his burial, that was second week of March 1980. He said after his burial, message came to them from heaven that the Creator is coming to save the world. With this name, Sadhguru Maharaji. My papa don't know about Sadhguru Maharaji. He never hear. It was when he went there, 20th of February. So second week of March, everybody went and buried our father. That's his children. So second week of March, he came and delivered the message to me. He said, anybody that comes to disturb you, not to concentrate, don't listen to that person. That's the Creator of heaven and earth that is coming. You don't know anywhere in the world you hear that name be there. That's the Creator of heaven and earth that is coming. You don't know the time he will come to save the world. You have been waiting for Jesus, you know, see, you know. You were waiting for Chineke, you know, see. But now, the message came to them there. That's why I come to hand over the message to me. That was it. So immediately all of them turned with joy and happiness, clapping hands, dancing behind him. So they went back. So when I got to what type of experience that my biological father had, that he said I should not tell anybody, for them not to discourage me from concentrating on the Creator's coming. I said, okay, no. And I didn't tell anybody until immediately he handed over that message to me. Those my former groups from the water planet, they came. So yeah, come back to the water planet. I said, I'm not coming. He said, but your father has told you the message that the Creator is coming to save the world with this name, Sadhguru Maharaj. All the Papa Waters, not be say they say, physical. I said, no, I will not come. So they started torturing themselves, not me. I was being taken to so many places. The reason why I'm saying this is because so many people, they will take Sadhguru Maharaj as an ordinary human being. Our father Sadhguru Maharaj is not a human being. My biological mother, the first day she saw me carry Maharaj's altar in her husband's house, physical. He said, hey, where this we can go carry more come this house. Say no be human being. More. The spirit will big part the whole spirit now, Holy Spirit, and the Creator be this. You know him. Yes. So many people don't know. All the Papa Waters, all of them, they know that the Creator is on the planet and Sadhguru Maharaj is the one. Yes. Okay. Immediately, I was being taken to so many places. All of them, what do they call them? Pastors or bishop or reverend, none of them saw anything. Until the time our father Sadhguru Maharaj said, "We time don't reach for me to see Sadhguru Maharaj." Immediately, when we got to Mother Ashram, we stop our vehicle. Mr. Man enter. I said, carry the children enter, and the brothers and sisters that was with me. Immediately they carry them enter. I said, yeah, you people, you follow me anywhere I go. Now, follow me enter. Those Papa Waters that happen to be my former groups, they say, no, this place is too high for them to enter. That was Mother Ashram. Physical, not spiritual. I said, let's enter. You follow me to church. You follow me to native doctor that my parents don't know how to work. Now, follow me to this place now. You follow me to the office where I work. Follow me to this. They said, no, that's the Creator's home. So physically, spiritually, the Creator is there. Sadhguru Maharaj. Yes. So maybe, my Lord Sadhguru Maharaj, please. We have to open our eyes to know our father Sadhguru Maharaj more and more, because Maharaj is not a human being. He is the Creator of heaven and earth that has come to save the whole world, not Nigeria alone. Oh yes. Please, Maharaj, tell our people here that change that 1 naira to blue color.
We have already written them.
Boleshwe Sadhguru Maharaj.
God bless you.
Boleshwe Sadhguru Maharaj. Boleshwe Sadhguru.
Sagude marriage. Bolo Sri Sagude marriage. Bolo Sri Sagude. I'm service premise Afres from Mojuba, Ogumola, Obodi. I received the divine knowledge of my father Maraji on 22 December 1989. And by the special grace of my father Maraji, I'm from Edo State, Igbomo village in Umuode local government area. By the special grace of my father Maraji, I'm the divine minister for EFCC and ICPC One Love Family. Father Maraji, my question is based on the caption on this first page of this day. Atiku Abubakar, the man whose time has come. This man has forgotten that he became a vice president accidentally. He did not work for it. In 1999, he contested for a governor, position of a governor in Adamawa State, which he won. But before then, his seers told him, before the election, that he was going to win the election for the governorship, but he will not go to the government house in Adamawa. He was wondering, is he going to die before inauguration? What will happen? They told him no, he should wait. While Papa Obasanjo was campaigning for presidency, he did not have a running mate until after the election. He picked Atiku after the election as his vice president. That is how Atiku became a vice president without working for it. He didn't go campaign with him. It was not part of his political lineup. So he became a vice president. And while he was a vice president to Papa Obasanjo, the same seer told him that Obasanjo was going to die in office, he would become the president. Like it happened the first time. So throughout the first tenure, he was watching. He was always wishing, if he sees the Baba come, is he going to collapse now? When is he going to die? So that he will go there. The first tenure ended. We were now to contest for the second tenure. This time he was going with him on the campaign trail. He now asked his seers, why the delay? They say, you should not worry, something will happen. They have to go in deeper and start making sacrifice, burying so many things. And I witnessed some. Many a times when Papa Obasanjo plane will be up about to land in the Abuja presidential wing of the International Airport in Abuja, the light will go off several times. But the plane will land successfully and the Baba stay alive. So he tried so many things until Obasanjo became aware and withdrew his security, even sent him packing out of the house. He's an official resident.
As vice president?
As vice president.
Hey.
He cried. He called the police. The police cannot answer him because the commander-in-chief has spoken. He gave order to the IG to withdraw all the police, all the security he had for him. He has to run away to go and hide in his own private house. That is how he managed till their tenures ended. Is it the same man now that says his time is up? He has forgotten how he came there. So Maraji, is he qualified to be the man whose time is up at this time?
It's still based on religious sentiments. Yes, I say sentiments in the sense that as seers or as clairvoyant or as magicians, we are always subject to the karmic reactions of the daily events that goes on in life. And so somebody, a seer, might say things will be good or not good. You cannot hold them responsible for whatever happens, because unlike somebody who is a child of light, where and manner the country has been run as regards power of the presidency. And we all know how the governors and the leaders sat and agreed that political power should be shared among the two groups, the North and South, so that if the North holds power for 4 years and another year, 8 years, it will be the turn of the South. We saw it all happening during the time of the departure of President Goodluck Jonathan, where at the death of Yar'Adua, President Yar'Adua, President Goodluck mounted the saddle of power, finished the tenure of Yar'Adua, and unknown to everyone, including myself, I don't want to say Maharaj is all-knowing, but there are certain things that this power will be known if you don't tell him, you don't tell Maharaj, that he agreed that after finishing the tenure of Yar'Adua, he's going to spend another tenure. And everybody agreed, he agreed. And so there was nothing to fear. And well, he's a good man, the grace has touched him. Yes, don't forget, here was this man who was approached as the deputy governor of the state, where he was initially. And Premise approached him to help with an ashram, and of course cash amount of 30 million. He agreed and said, if from whatever they say is true, then Maharaji doesn't need a plot. Maharaji should be given 7 plots. But with regard to the money, it is only the governor that can approve it, who was then away. You can see that. That matter of the heart, from the heart, actually uplifted him from deputy governor to governor, and from governor to vice president. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
And then from vice president to acting president, and then became full president. Yes, he tasted it, was so happy. But then, we don't know why it has to be such that he, at the end of the day, wanted to contest against the agreement they reached that after finishing Yar'Adua's tenure, he was only going to go for 1 tenure. And that's why they joined a coalition of all progressive forces. They formed APC. And we heard a lot was said. Now, when President Buhari came on board to contest, on the other hand, we have Atiku again, with who was his vice president? Is it Peter Obi? In fact, at that time I told them that no, they should not go for Peter Obi, and Peter Obi should not go with Atiku Abubakar for the the soil relationship between him and Mr. President. Not only that, my near brother and friend and son, Seriki, was very close to him. Yes, in fact, the story goes that it was Papa Seriki who used his car to go and bring in the wife he married now. Oh yes. And it was even in his South Estate. But when the Papa was getting ready to retire, and we decided to meet the Vice President, for the Vice President at that time, he told Seriki that he should leave Malaji. That if he leave Malaji, he will give him 4 billion outright. And Robert said, no, I can't leave the living master. And that was it. He refused. And already I have told Seriki that this Papa is an Islamic person. Whatever they are doing is to what? Buy people's life into Islam. And so they didn't hear. Eventually, he lost. And Buhari became what? President. So, looking at power and political power in the post-independence Nigeria, we find out that we of the patriotic side do not always support the idea of going capitalism completely. Capitalism is okay when there's room for merit, hard work, equity, rule of law, like what we are having in Europe and in America, where you just have to obey the laws. Justice is for all, not for one group or the other. This person has erred. Why are you not giving him what he merits for what he has done? And so I see him as somebody who is a jihadist. Yes. Why? Because even with Boko Haram matters, it is now that he is talking. Before the opening of campaigns, he didn't say anything about Boko Haram. No, he didn't. And then no say, of course, you say he has opened a university. But I believe the American university is not the answer. And there were cases of, in illegal dealings. And I was really shocked by the stunning discovery by a legal expert, Festus Keyamo, who is a minister, coming out to say that, in fact, even before that one, there was this statement credited to a former Adamawa governor that one of his campaign trips to the north, he came out to say, look, they should not vote for any Igbo or Yoruba candidate. That the north doesn't need them. Nigeria doesn't need them. That one alone is enough to prove to you that he has no respect, regard for the Nigerian project that we have all worked very hard to sustain. Yes. And then followed by what I said about the accusation by Koyamo that during his tenure of office, he was able to, in conjunction with others, create 3 companies or so, with which they use in siphoning money from Nigeria, from the government treasury. In fact, this case is scheduled for March 9 or 10, whether true or false. It's enough to let you know this man is okay as a human being. But when you are, contesting for the president of a country like Nigeria, you must not be found with making such garrulous statements that impinges on the hope, progress, stability, security of this nation. For a man of standing to say that they should not vote for any other Igbo candidate or Yoruba, but vote for what? A Northerner. It's enough. And so for me, with all they have said, plus so many things today that one cannot mention here, Atiku is not qualified for presidency. Don't forget, he has, by his action of gross disregard for the rule of law and the lack of respect for the laid down fashion or manner or principles of selecting new leadership for the presidency of this country that has helped a lot. Yes, in our own little way, it has helped in bringing Nigerians together. Yes, for one section of the country to, yes, hold on to political power for 8 years. Yes, so it's surprising that Atiku has to smuggle his way to come to vie as against the law that is on the ground. Don't forget that when it was the time for the North to take on power, no Southerner vied for the position of presidency. All those who came in, they were all from the North. And so for him to come now, that means he lacks conscience. He's really, really bent at just damaging the already gains we have made in the One Nigerian project. Yes, so Nigerians should not be allowed. I wrote the Sultan of Sokoto to please call him to question. We can still call him. It's never too late. Nigeria is bigger than all of us. One person cannot say, or one tribe, or one race cannot stand on our way. Yes, because we want peace. We want to solve the problem of bandits in the North. All these Almagiris, jobless boys and girls moving here and there, putting their lives at stake. We want a situation where Nigerians, irrespective of belief, creed, and belonging, will be able to sit down and eat one shinkafa like the elders who did eat one shinkafa when they were in London, which led to the agreement for Nigeria to be given, yes, a chance to be independent. So Atiku, if we go by his name, is a failure. Is a failure. Yes. You see, when you are vying for such a position, you need to be correct. You need to be straightforward. You need to be honest, sincere. He has had what it takes, yes, for a man to beat his chest and say, I've made it in this lifetime. But the position of the presidency is not like going for bazaar. It's not like going to Holy Land. No. People should remember that now we have a living perfect master who has been able, by the grace of the grace, able to hold the country together. If you go by the indices of war that send so many countries to break, dismember, it's not up to 1% of what is going on in this country. The stillocracy going on is so alarming that you cannot believe that our leaders are black people. Yes, and this gives rise to doubts, fear. In every quarter, so they not want to monopolize the power, and what, and so what? Look, I see Buhari, President Buhari, as somebody who has done his best. Oh yes, because when he assumed power, they closed the whole cash liquidity. Oh yes, man, the Western powers, they blew down the cost of oil by what? From $40 to about $30. Who? Thinking that they will collapse the government. And they were saying it. That they don't believe that, hey, Buhari can what? Still go on with this. And so we have overcome it, and here we are. Transition, Onitsha Bridge is there as evidence. You can see the Ibadan-Lagos road. These two alone is enough. And so whatever he's saying, I really cannot believe that President Buhari will hand over power to such a person. It doesn't matter the situation. For uttering those words, that there's difference between Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and Fulani. No, it's not qualified. Oh yes. So my good friend, we should not be afraid. We should not exercise doubts. I'm talking as the voice of Nigeria. Nigeria needs peace, love and harmony. We have been mischarged, misled, disturbed, destabilized, torn up and down, denial of our right, of good leadership. Our hopes have been dashed every day, every night in the course of, trying to see whether, yes, there's going to be a better future for this country. Yes, and I know that with what President Buhari has put on ground, we just hope that something will happen. Yes, that the contestant for the presidency should be all Southerners. Yes, and they feel that they are not ready to move forward. Me, I'm ready to serve. Divine government is on the planet. So my blessings on this.
We thank Father Maharaji so much for the grace of Maharaji that has given us the grace to sail through the stormy seas. And we've arrived safely. The answers from the Father of creation, we've actually arrived at the safe shore. We thank Maharaji for Maharaji's grace, blessings, and compassion. We beg Maharaji that this forum should continue next day because it has helped to solve so many problems that were, surrounding us. But before we technically come to the end of the program, we beg the Father of Creation to bless the integration once more before we go in for the group photograph. Bole Shiri Sagode Maharaji Jai. Bole Shiri Sagode Maharaji Jai. Bole Shiri Sagode Maharaji Jai.
For you who is watching us here from all the four corners of this group, I want you to understand that we have touched so many areas. First, our spirit. That our spirits have been crying for so many centuries for the spiritual food of life to merge with that supreme kinetic energy within us that they have misled us to believe is God, Allah, Tetegramatu Yahweh. I was the one that received, blew it. Coming up to tell you that it's Maharaj, Sadhguru Maharaj. Today, everybody is overcoming the problems right from their homes. Yes. And then if you go higher, politically, economically, socially, with Maharaji, everybody will become an inventor, scientist. Because once you have connection with the creator Maharaji inside, you start producing like the bee that makes the honey. So don't forget, with Maharaji, yourself, your wife, your husband, your children, lives are guaranteed, 100%. It doesn't matter what happens. No hurricane, cyclone, earthquake. Before they come, you are out. Yeah. Remember Moses was being threatened by the king with all these reptiles. The creator Maharaj asked Moses, "Oh yeah, put your stick down." And his own stick turned and swallowed all the reptiles. It's a spiritual language that there's nothing impossible with the Creator. So that is number one. Number two, look at you somewhere in Europe. You're not earning much. You're in America, the same. The winter is biting so harsh. And here you are even regretting for going up there. We can't blame you. Yes, because we did not know that the power that is sustaining the human race and all the 7 elements in creation has now taken a body to dwell among men. This time we did not come as Jesus. We came as the father of Jesus. Only I'm not Joseph. Right? I am Sadhguru Maharaj. Yes, to perform the functions of connecting you with the power within, to relieve you from all the sufferings, for you to be somebody that will be respected wherever you are, wherever you may be, wherever you may go. So, all you have to do is pack your load and come home. Join us to build a very strong egalitarian society. But the first step is for you to talk to Maharaji wherever you are before you go to bed now. It's now 2 o'clock GMT, less 25 minutes. In America, it could be around 8 or 9 p.m. You may be in Canada, the same. China is different, right? All these countries you are in have their seasonal earthquake times, cyclone times, tornado times. on top of which, from nowhere, anybody can just enter the school or college or the market, start to shoot people down. Or you see a car entering the market, killing here and there. Or in the name of advancement. We shouldn't be. Yes. For if you have the Creator, like the air, He will guide you to and fro. Perfectly all right. If you feel that Jesus is okay, then you're a racist. Because if you say somebody is omnipotent, omnipotential, omniscient, and you cannot see Him, then there's something wrong here. That's what we have been saying today. That until we experience the light, until we experience the practical realization of that truth that is sustaining me and you, will one be called a human being? Will be productive, preaching peace, but practically demonstrating, yes, in physical terms, what peace means. Yes, that brings harmony, yeah, and love to every home. I repeat it. If today you tell me that Jesus is okay for you, you are a racist. You are not a lover. You are a liar. Why? You never did the same thing with pizza. Yes, spaghetti, rice, when you were hungry. You didn't start chewing